Well, hello again. So now I am on week 2 of Invisalign. So this video is going to give an update on what's happened over the last week. Actually, not much has happened because I went in yesterday for my second appointment. So I had my first appointment last week where they just gave me the first tray, the first of 44 trays. They put that in last Tuesday and it's Wednesday right now, the next week. So I wore that for a week. Then I was supposed to go in yesterday, and that's when they were supposed to put the attachments on my teeth. But one thing that I had noticed from watching other videos of people with Invisalign or going through the Invisalign experience is that they were shown a video of the treatment plan with all of the attachments put on their teeth, where they were going to be placed, that sort of thing. And I never saw a video, so I kind of felt like I didn't have full disclosure of the whole treatment plan before going into this. I am being seen by an orthodontist who has done hundreds, maybe thousands of Invisalign cases, but I never saw the video. So I went into my appointment, they sat me down in the chair, they said, okay, we're going to put your buttons on now, or your attachments, and I said, well, before we put them on, I want to see where they are. So they brought up the image of my teeth. Actually, no, they didn't do that. They took out a tray. That's right. They brought out the image later. They took out the tray, the next tray I was supposed to get, and they said, oh, it looks like they're going to be on every tooth. So that made me very emotional because I especially didn't want to get them on the front two teeth. I just, at my age and in my job, I just didn't want to look like I was wearing braces again. And then I also was concerned because I have a few crowns in my mouth and I didn't want to have an attachment put on a crown just because the process of taking the trays out, and for me, I'm taking them out 4 and 5 times a day because I get hungry every 3 to 4 hours. I was worried I was going to pull a crown off. So I kind of teared up and they said, okay, we'll let you talk to the orthodontist. I waited about 10 minutes. They pulled me into his office. That's where I saw the video. That's where I saw where all the attachments were supposed to go. And when he saw how emotional I was about it, he said, you know what, we don't have to put them on the front teeth. At least not on the upper front teeth. On the bottom front teeth, I'm gonna have to have them. But I mean, that's where my problem is anyway. That's where my main tooth that sticks behind the other teeth is. So I was okay with that. But considering, he didn't give me a lot of pushback on not having the attachments put on the front two teeth. So he said that there's another option called a torque ridge, which I think is just they kind of build up the plastic a little bit more along the gum line. So they're actually sending all the aligners back because I don't know if they had all of my aligners already or just like the first few weeks of them, but there was a big box waiting for me full of aligners. I don't know if all 44 of them were in there. So they're sending them back. He's redesigning the treatment plan and they're going to send a new set of aligners, and I'm supposed to go back in 3 weeks and get the next one. So in the meantime, I'm pretty much in a holding pattern. They told me I didn't have to wear this aligner, but I didn't want to have to go through the first week. It was a little bit uncomfortable for the first couple of days, I'm not gonna lie. And I did have a headache. Also, I was going through a cold. The headache could have been because of the cold. It was a rough week, but I didn't want to go backwards and then have to start over. So I'm just letting myself not be as strict. You're supposed to, when you're going through the treatment plan, you're supposed to wear them for 22 of the 24 hours in a day, and that is pretty difficult. I'll talk about that too. So for now, since I'm going to be wearing the same tray for the next 3 weeks and my teeth have already shifted to conform to the tray, I'm not really sticking to the 22 hours a day. I'm going to take them out. I'm going to enjoy my food. I'm not going to rush through my meals. If I want a snack, I'm going to take them out. So I don't know how many hours after yesterday's appointment I kind of relaxed a bit. Probably wore them maybe 18 or 19 hours yesterday. But I can definitely feel if I've had them out for a couple of hours, they are definitely tight when I put them back in. So I definitely don't want to not wear them over the next 3 weeks. So I'll go back in 3 weeks and then we'll restart. And I did find out that I was a little appalled at first that I had 44 trays, since the majority of videos that I've watched on Invisalign, they have, maybe average 20 trays. But I think those patients were switching them out every 2 weeks. It turns out that I have 44 trays, but I'm switching them out every week. And instead of what I thought was going to be like a year and a half long process, it's actually going to be anywhere from between 10 to 16 months. So it could be as short as 10 months. And that made me feel a lot better, especially considering that I'm now delaying it by 3 weeks. So so that's where I am right now. I'm in a holding pattern until October 22nd, when I go back for my next tray. And at that point, they will put the attachments on. I know I'm going to have a couple on each side up at the top. I do have a crown, I think, on this side. They're not going to put on any attachments on any crowns. And then I'm going to have attachments all across the bottom front, which is fine. So, and as far as how last week has gone, so I did have some discomfort for the first 3 to 4 days, which is what I have seen as common. And I did have a cold at the same time, so that made it pretty uncomfortable. You're already, when you go to sleep and you wake up with a cold, you're already stuffy, and then you've got this foreign material in your mouth, and it did take a while to get used to. But now I'm used to it. It feels fine. I don't know that anybody can notice. I asked my husband if he can notice, and he can't even tell that I have them in. So that's fine. And the eating part, like I said, I get hungry pretty quickly, and you really have to determine whether you're really hungry, or whether you can wait an extra hour. I would get home. My usual thing is I'll get home around 5:30, and I want to snack. I want to eat some candy. I want to eat, what do I usually eat? I don't know. I just eat junk food when I get home, honestly, and while I'm making dinner. And I had to just not do that. I had to wait an extra hour. So I got used to that too. But now I'm going to enjoy snacking. I'm going to enjoy eating my caramels for another 3 weeks, because once they put those attachments on, I cannot eat caramel or Tootsie Rolls or anything sticky, because those could pull the attachments off. What else? I lost my voice over the weekend. Whenever I get a cold, I always lose my voice around day 7 or day 8. So that was rough, especially because I was by myself with Alex and Bryce on Saturday, and we went shopping, we went to Chick-fil-A, got a haircut. That was all okay. But then at the last moment, Alex wanted to do a road race, which was called the Retro Night Glow. And so we had to go out and be around a crowd of people, and that made it difficult. He couldn't really hear me very well. And then I drove him to his away soccer game on Sunday, and I couldn't really have a conversation because I didn't have a voice. So, but I have it back, and I'm glad I have my voice back. It's a lot easier to talk to people. I think that's about it. So I'm going to keep these aligners in throughout the day, definitely at night. I'm trying to keep them clean. I need to watch some videos on how to keep them clean, because I've seen one video. I've heard of using Effordent, the denture cleaner, but then the actual Invisalign video says not to use it because they haven't done enough testing on it. And so I'm going to try to keep them clean. I'm brushing them with toothpaste at least twice a day. Sorry, there's somebody over there in the parking garage. But yeah, so far they look okay. So far, they don't look discolored. They don't smell too bad, except in the morning with my morning breath. So yeah, so that's about it for now.